Hey, welcome to a book tag, very first book tag on this blog. Not sure if you can hear me over the noise of the highway, but today I'll be doing the Disney book tag. I have absolutely no idea why I wanted to do the Disney one, but I just kind of felt like it. So, man, I look so tired. I've been hiking all day. Number 1, The Little Mermaid, a character that is out of their element, a fish out of water. I have no idea. I guess I'll go with Wylan from Six of Crows. Definitely out of his element, but it's not like he's totally out of his element. I'm sorry, I really can't think of another fish out of water character that I, enjoy. So, Wylan from Six of Crows. Number 2, Cinderella, a character that goes through a major transformation. I'm kind of having trouble with this one. Shoot. Why is it that I can't remember? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look up my Goodreads. My laptop is right there. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Dorian Gray from Picture of Dorian Gray. Going from white to black in like the most drastic manner morally. That's not a very creative answer, but I like that book. So number 3, Snow White, a book with an eclectic cast of characters. Six of Crows. I mean, when I read that book, after I finished it, I thought how diverse like the characters were, almost to like a fault because of how like formulaically like diverse it is, but it's really eclectic, and I really enjoy that book. So number 4, Sleeping Beauty, a book that puts you to sleep. Book that puts you to sleep. So I guess it has to be a book that I don't really love. I'm currently really enjoying The Mists of Avalon right now by Marion Zimmer Bradley, but it can be a little bit sleepy sometimes. Like, my favorite book is The Once and Future King by T.H. White, and that doesn't put me to sleep. But for some reason, The Mists of Avalon does, because of how, like, very philosophical it is. But it's still a really good book, though, so don't get me wrong. Number 5, The Lion King, a character that has something traumatic happen to them in their childhood. Oh, okay. Lord of the Flies. I mean, hot damn. These kids are going to be scarred for life. And I feel bad for laughing about it, but like, oh my gosh, like how can you? Yeah, they're scarred for life. They're just gonna need a lot of counseling after they get off that island. Number 6, Beauty and the Beast, a beast of a book, a big book that you were intimidated by, but found the story to be beautiful. Once the Future King by T.H. White. I love this book so much. It's literally my favorite book of all time. So yeah, the story is not only beautiful, the characters are very beautiful. They're so heartfelt. Cried so many times reading that book. And I think it's a book that like changed my life. And I don't know if it's like a book per se, because it's more of an omnibus, right? It's divided into 4 books, right? But I think all the Once a Future King editions are just like one tome. So number 7, Aladdin, a character that gets their wish granted, but for better or worse. Nathaniel from the Bartimaeus trilogy. He wants to become this like big shot in the government, right? And he wants to like gain a lot of status, and he's like craving success. But I have a feeling by the end of the series that he kind of regrets it a lot. And I don't want to spoil anything. I think that him gaining status was kind of for the better for everybody else, but for him, it kind of was not for the better. I'm sure he kind of regrets his decision. So, Nathaniel from the Bartimaeus trilogy. Number 8, Mulan, a character that pretends to be something or something they are not. Oh, I just said Nathaniel, right? Nathaniel's kind of like that. I kind of want to give another answer, though. Let me see. Cersei from Cersei by Madeline Miller. I think that she's trying so hard to fit into this mold that's been like set out for her throughout that entire book, but the decision that she makes at the very end, there's a kind of a reason why she makes that decision, because she kind of realizes that she's been trying to be something that she's kind of not, and it's kind of a life that she's not wanted for her entire life. So, and then she becomes something else. Number 9, Toy Story, a book with characters you wish would come to live with you. Like, a book with characters you wish would come to live. What the hell does that mean? Hold on. A book with characters you wish would come to live. Okay, I'm just gonna say characters that you wish would come alive. Book with characters you wish would come alive. Probably ideally has to be something that's like positive, I suppose. So Ella Enchanted. I feel like the characters in that book are just so whimsical. Like, I know the ogres are just like really kind of scary because they have like these very persuasive voices that can like cause you to pretty much die, right? But I think that every other creature in that book and all the characters were just really just warm and witty and like very giving. I loved the world building in Ella Enchanted, so I would go with Ella Enchanted. I don't think that there's a lot of like Game of Thrones gore, you know? It's the kind of like medieval time period that's fairy tale-esque. Number 10, Disney Descendants. Your favorite villain or morally ambiguous character? Okay, I love Constantine from The Bear and the Nightingale, aka the Winternight trilogy by Catherine Arden. Oh my gosh. Like, I love Vasya, by the way. Like, Vasya is one of my favorite protagonists in like years, but Constantine, he's such an interesting villain. He's so passionate about his own religion and his beliefs, and then he kind of goes to the dark side, and then he sees kind of like the folly of his ways by the end, and it's just like, he's so hardcore in his beliefs that it's just like you hate his guts, and yet he's such a good character. He's such a good character. So yeah, Constantine is literally one of my favorite villains of all time because of how like he's so like committed to his beliefs. I think that's a huge reason why I think that the Winternight trilogy like worked so well. Everything else was amazing, right? Everything else was amazing. Great protagonists, great characters, great family dynamics. But when there's a good villain in your story, like Constantine, it's just like elevated like tenfold. Anyway, I think that's it, right? Yeah. So that was the Disney book tag. This was very casual. Don't really want to make a fuss about it, so let me know if you read any of these books, because a lot of these books I mentioned I really enjoyed. So yeah, thanks for watching. Toodles.